Hi, good morning and welcome to today's class. Today's class is a continuation of our previous classes on algebra. Before we go into the topic of today, let's take a recap on what we have done. On algebra, we are looking at the expansion and factorization of algebraic expression with the following objectives, some of which we have done during the course of our previous classes. That by the end of this chapter, you will be able to, 1, to identify algebraic terms and perform basic operations involving directed algebraic terms. That we have done. We have also tried to evaluate algebraic expressions by substitution. Also, in our last class, we were able to expand algebraic expressions in the form of bracket a plus b close bracket into bracket c plus d, and also of the negative form. In today's class, we are going to be looking at the fourth objective, which says we should factorize simple algebraic expressions. Before we go into factorizing simple algebraic expressions, let's first of all understand what we mean by factors and multiples of algebraic terms. We say factors of a number divide a number without a remainder. That is, a factor is a smaller number which divides a bigger number without a remainder, such as 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 12, and 24. Factors of 12AB are said to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 12, A, B, AB, down to 6AB. To 12AB. Why are they said to be factors of 12AB? These numbers I just made mention are said to be factors of 12AB because they can divide 12AB without a remainder. That is, dividing 12AB by any of these numbers will give you a whole number. So when a number can do that, we refer to such a number as a factor of the bigger number. We said also that 12AB can also be said to be a multiple of each of these factors. So if a factor can divide a bigger number without a remainder, such a number is said to be a factor, and that bigger number is said to be a multiple of such a factor. And also, there may also be common factors to 2 or more given algebraic expressions. For example, we are asked to find the common factors and then the highest common factors in each of the following. Now we are going to be given a set of numbers and we have been asked to find their common factors and also to find their highest common factors in each of the following. So we have A being 3x and 18y. The question says we should find their common factors as well as the highest common factors. So what we are going to do is, first of all, find the factors of 3x and find the factors of 18y. Comparing both set of factors, which of them is common? Which of them can you find in 3x and which of them can be said to be a factor in 3y? Fish them out, and also which is the highest common factor. So I'm going to start with factors of 3x, meaning those numbers that can divide 3x without a remainder. 1, is a factor. 1 can divide 3x without a remainder. 3 is a factor because 3x divided by 3 is said to be x. So for the numbers, these are the two factors of 3. And also we have x to be a factor as well as 3x is said to be a factor of this because all these numbers can divide this without a remainder and they are said to be whole numbers. Also, we look at factors of 18y. Factors of 18y includes 1, 2, 3, 4 cannot divide, 5 cannot, 6, 7, 8 cannot divide, 9. Then we look at 18. We look at y, 2y, 3y, 6y, 9y, and 18y itself. 18y itself can be said to be a factor itself. Next, we look at the common factors. The common factors between 3x and 18y. Now you agree with me that 1 is common. Also 3 is common. 2 is not there. Do we have x? No. Do we have 3x? No. So the common factors of 3x and 18y can be said to be 1 and 3. And then the highest common factor of this is said to be 3 because 3 is greater than 1. Next example says 6xy, 3x squared, and 9xy. Same procedure I'm going to take to get the factors of each of them. Then I'll look at the common factors before we look at the highest common factors. So this becomes factors of 6xy will include 1, 2. All these factors I'm getting are said to be those numbers that can divide 6xy without a remainder. And for you to be able to understand this topic very well, you should be conversant with your multiplication table. You should be able to know all those numbers that are said to be multiples of the smaller numbers. So 3 can divide, 4 cannot go, and 6. Then we have x, y, they are said to be multiples. We also have 2x, 3x, 6x, and also in terms of y, you have 2y, 3y, and 6y. Then in terms of xy, you have 2xy, 3xy, you have 6xy, and also xy. So these are the factors of 6xy. Why the factors of 3x squared will include 1, 3. We have x. We also have x squared, also 3x, and 3x squared. So these are said to be the factors of that, while factors of 9xy will include 1, 3, 9, x, y. Also we'll have xy, and we'll have 3x, 9x, also we'll have 3y, 9y, 3xy, and 9xy. The trick is that you first of all get all the multiples or all the factors of 9 and state them out. All the factors of the variable terms, that's x and y, you state them out, and then the multiple or the product of the variable term and the constant term. By that I mean you multiply x times 3 to give you 3x, x times 9 to give you 9x, y times 3, you take them in turns and it will give you their factors. Next is to look for the common factor, and the common factor of these three includes 1 is common, so I'll circle them. That is 1. Do we have 3? We have 3 here. There's also 3, and there's 3. So 3 is common. Is 6 common? Okay, 6 is here. There's no 6 in these two. X is here. We also have x, and we also have x. So x is a factor. Y, we have y here, but there's no y in this middle term, and we have y here, so y is not common. 2x, is 2x common? 2x is here, no 2x, no 2x. 3x, we have 3x, 3x, and 3x. So 3x is also said to be a common factor. What else? This is how you keep testing each of them to know if they are actually factors of the numbers. What else is common? 6x is not common. We have it here, we don't have it here, we don't have it here. Now let's look at this, which is still left. We have 3xy, 3x squared, and no 3x squared is common. So these are the common factors of 6xy, 3x squared, and 9xy. What is the highest common factor? Now your HCF of this becomes what? 3x. So 3x is the highest common factor among these three algebraic terms. We also have 16x squared, 12xy, and 8xyz. So you also do same. You first of all get the factors of each of the numbers, that is 16x squared. Factors of 16x squared includes 1, 2, 4, 8, 16. We have x squared, and this becomes 2x, 4x, 8x, 16x. We also have 2x squared, 4x squared, 8x squared, and 16x squared as the factors of 16x squared. What are the factors of 12xy? Includes, let's get the factors of 12. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12 itself. Also the factors of xy, we have x, y, and xy. Then we combine both letters and numbers together. We have 2x, 3x, 4x, 6x, 12x. Also in terms of y, we have 2y, 3y, 4y, 6y, and 12y. In terms of xy, we have 2xy, 3xy, 4xy, 6xy, and 12xy. So these are the factors of 12xy. Next is to get the factors of 8xyz. So factors of 8xyz will include factors of 8. We have 1, 2, 4, and 8. Factors of xyz includes x, y, z. We have xy, we have xz, and we have yz. Let's multiply the numbers and letters together. This becomes 2x, 4x, 8x. Also we have 2y, 4y, 8y. We also have 2z, 4z, 8z, and also we have 2xy, 4xy, 8xy, and in terms of xz we have 2xz, 4xz, 8xz, and in terms of yz you have 2yz, 4yz, 8yz. In terms of xyz now, we also have xyz. So in terms of xyz, we have 2xyz, 4xyz. We also have 8xyz. So these are said to be the factors of 8xyz. All you need is just be patient in getting all the factors. Next we said is the common factors. So we'll get the common factors between these three terms. So let's look at that. 1 is common in each of them. So we have 1. We also have 2. 2 is common. We have 2. Okay, let me circle this. 1 and 2 is said to be common. We also have, is 3 common? No. Is 4 common? Yes. 4 is common in each of them. Is 6 common? No, there's no 6 here. Is 8 common? No, we don't have 8 in the middle term. What else is common? 16. 16 is not common. Is x common? Yes, we have x to be common. So x is common. Is y common? No, y is not common. What about x squared? X squared is not common. X squared is not common. 2x should be common because 2x is the multiple of 2 and x. So we have 2x to be common. 2x is common. Is 4x common? Yes, 4x is also common. 4x is common. What else? 8x is not common. 2x squared. Since x squared is not common and 2 is common, it means x squared will not be common. So I think these are the only terms that are common. So let me pick them out. 1 is common, 2, 4x, 2x, and 4x. And the highest common factor, which I'll tag as the HCF, the highest common factor of this is said to be 4x. Next is 12a, 15b, and 24c. So then get all the factors of 12a, 15b, and 24c. This becomes factors of 12a include 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12 for the number. Then we have a to be common. So as a multiple we have 2a, 3a, 4a, 6a, and 12a to be common. Also for 15b, factors of 15b will include 1, 3, 5, 15. These are the factors of 15. Also, b is common. Then, in terms of number and letters, we have 3b, 5b, and 15b. Someone may ask, why is it that I'm not multiplying the first letter with the numbers? Number 1 is because 1 times b would also still give you b. So there's no point writing it twice. Factors of 24c includes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is not a factor, 6, 7 is not a factor, 8, 9 is not a factor, 10 is not, next is 12, and 24, also c. So the letter times the numbers will be 2c, 3c, 4c, 6c, 8c, 12c, and 24c. So these are the factors of 24. What is the common factors of these three? Common factors now include 1, is there. 2 is not a common factor. Do we have 3? Yes. 3 is a common factor. Do we have 4? No, 4 is not a common factor. Do we have 6? 6 is not a common factor. Do we have 12? 12 is not a common factor. So I think these are the only numbers that are common. Why for the letters? Do we have any of them that is common? No, because this is in terms of A, this is in terms of B, and this is in terms of C. So the only common factors that we have include 1 and 3. While the highest common factor is said to be 3, because 3 is greater than 1. Also, 8p squared, 12pq, and 24pq are factors of 8p squared will include 1, 2, 4, 8, p, and p squared. Also, we have 2p, 4p, 8p, and we have 2p squared, 4p squared, and 8p squared as factors of 8p squared. While factors of 12pq includes 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 12, p, q, and pq. So let's get the multiples. This includes 2p, 3p, 4p, 6p, 12p, and in terms of q, we have 2q, 3q, 4q, 6q, 12q, and in terms of pq, we have 2pq, 3pq, 4pq, 6pq, and 12pq. So these are the factors of 12pq. Factors of 24pq are 24pq includes 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 12, 24, P, Q, R, PQ, PR, QR, and PQR. So we get the multiples of the letters and numbers to include 2p, 3p, 4p, 6p, 8p, 12p, 24p. Also, in terms of q, we have 2q, 3q, 4q, 6q. We also have 8q, 12q, 24q. In terms of R, 2R, 3R, 4R, 6R, 8R, 12R, 24R. In terms of PQ, 2PQ, 3PQ, 4PQ, 6PQ, 8PQ, 12PQ, and 24PQ. In terms of QR, we have 2QR, 3QR, 4QR, 6QR, 8QR, 12QR, 24QR. And in terms of PQR, we have 2QPR, 3QPR, 4QPR, 6QPR, 8QPR, 12QPR, and 24PQR. So these are the factors of 24PQR. Then we look for the common factors of this. So 1 is said to be common, 2 is said to be common, is 4 common? Yes. 4 is said to be common, 3 is not common, is 8 common, 8 is not common, 6 is not common, so therefore is P common? Yes, P is said to be common, and P squared is not common. We have also the multiples of each of these we also say to be common. So you have, so what is common for the numbers 1, 2, 4? So 1, 2, 4 are said to be common, and P is said to be common, while the multiples of this are said to be common, that is 2P and 4P are said to be common. Then we look for the highest common factor. The highest common factor of this is said to be 4P. So that brings us to the end of today's class. In today's class, we have been able to see what we meant by the factors of an algebraic term and also the multiples of an algebraic term, of which we say a factor is a number or a smaller number in most cases, or a smaller term which can divide a bigger term without a remainder, while the bigger term is said to be a multiple of this smaller term called factors. Thank you for being in today's class. Do well to join us in our subsequent classes tomorrow. Thank you and have a nice day. Do well to subscribe to our channels and also like the video. You can also use the comment section for your questions and we'll be there to attend to you. Thank you very much and have a nice day.